Yo, 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 man. Welcome, guys. It's your main man here, Double H Half Hope. Trying to live, trying to exist. So we're coming in here for another weekly question, Q&A. And remember, again, if you want your question answered, website, halfhopefootballhut.com, top left-hand corner, ask HH, and then I will read out your question. Remember, this happens every week. So this is a weekly occurrence. So without further ado, let's start with the first question. By Kavish Birju. Let me just quickly take a little bite of my dinner, because yes, I will be eating during this, so you've been warned. So, do you think Lewandowski can break the dominance of Ronaldo and Messi and win the Ballon d'Or? It's all about strikers anyways. I'm not sure whether he can do it at Bayern Munich, because if he was at Dortmund, I do feel he could. I think ever since he moved to Bayern, I still feel we're not really seeing the best of Lewandowski. I've always said that Lewandowski is the closest thing to Ronaldo, the Ronaldo of Brazil and Inter Milan that I've seen. A striker who is also excellent at the ball technically. But I just think that at Bayern Munich, I just don't think he'll be able to get that Ballon d'Or, because I don't think we're actually really seeing the best of him in this system and in this strategy. But as I say that, it's all down to Ancelotti. If Ancelotti can build the team around him and really get Lewandowski much more involved in the play, really show what he can do and how versatile he is, then 100% there is a very good possibility that if Bayern have a really great season where Lewandowski is made to be the center of the team, then yeah, he can easily win the Ballon d'Or because he's that good. Jordy Kinney. Hi, Halfhope. I've been watching since 2012. I want to know if Mbappe should start instead of Griezmann in the World Cup next year, and who should be the next Arsenal boss. So let's deal with the first question. Thank you for the question. First question. Should Mbappe start ahead of Griezmann? Why can't they both start together? If I was building a team, 100%, I would start them both. But if it's between Mbappe and Griezmann, I'm choosing Mbappe over Griezmann, because I think that Mbappe, for me, I think this guy could, especially what he's doing for as an 18-year-old, I think he can really be the next big thing. So between Griezmann and Mbappe, I choose Mbappe. Who should be the next Arsenal boss? I mean, Tuchel would be interesting, but I think if Arsenal want to go in a slightly different direction, I keep on bringing on this name. I thought Michael Laudrup did a really good job at Swansea. I think they need like a Dutch kind of Danish kind of guy who's also like a very a student of the game, and somebody who is a bit younger and more modern. So I look at Laudrup, and I do feel like if Laudrup would be able to sort of still keep the same Arsenal psyche, but add much more contemporary tactical thought processes to Arsenal. So that was who I would go for, a bit left field. Farid El Dafrawi. Who do you think is the best Arab player ever? They have to have played it in the Arab countries, so no Zidane, etc. That's tough, man. I think the one name that maybe comes to mind, best Arab player ever. I would have to say perhaps I mean, Mohamed Salah. I mean, for me, I think the only one I can really think of off the top of my head, I'll probably have to say Mohamed Salah. I think Salah just for me, right? But ever is tough, but off the top of my head, because that's playing for an Arab country, and I still say that Egypt was still technically, it technically is an African country, but can still pass as an Arab country because they speak Arabic there. So I think Mohamed Salah is the one I think of. But then I go back to 1994, and a guy by the name of Owaran of Saudi Arabia. Watch his goal at that 94 World Cup. So I think, I don't know what he did beyond that, but just for that goal that he scored, I give a special mention to Owaran of Saudi Arabia. So yeah, Owaran, maybe Mohamed Salah, because I think Salah can actually even get even better, especially if he can lead Egypt to the World Cup and what he could do at the World Cup. Suhail Abino, what should Argentina do to win the next World Cup, and who should they hire as a manager? Oh, well, we already know who the manager is. It's Sampaoli, so that second question is already answered. What should they do to win the next World Cup? They need an identity, and I think the other players have to pretty much. Messi has to step up 100%. I think Messi can't just do what he does. Messi must know how to readjust his game to the international setup, and he can't do what he does for Barcelona that he does for Argentina. And I think the other players must try and play for Messi and play at a level in which they're on the same wavelength as him. Because if the players can have the same kind of understanding as Messi, Argentina can easily win the World Cup. But what has been missing from them is that there's a disconnect between Messi and the other players, because Messi is playing a particular way, expects them to do particular runs, and they're playing a whole different kind of way. And there's too much individuality within the team, and there's not enough. There isn't a personality, and that's maybe the first job that Sampaoli may have to do to get that. Like, okay, I'm not sure, like 7S basically. I'm not sure what this guy's name is, but it was sent using Guerrilla Mail. Hey HH, been watching you since 2014 World Cup, the crucifixion of Germany to Brazil. Yeah. Anyways, my question is, do you think Dybala has the ability to be a legend like Del Piero? Depends if he commits to Juventus for his whole career. Keep up the great work in your channel, man. Thank you very much for the kind words. Yes, I do think that Dybala has the ability to be a legend like Del Piero, because I really like Dybala's play. I think the guy's a very smart player. He's got one of the sweetest left foots in the world. He understands how to play the number 10 position. He has improved his game so much. Del Piero was a different player. And I think it's going to be hard for him to be a legend like Del Piero, because Del Piero was special. Del Piero Togun was very special. But I think there is no question that is an aim that is achievable for Dybala. It's going to be very hard, but I think Dybala has the talent and the quality, and especially if he commits to Juventus, which he should, because Juventus is an amazing club to commit to, then I think there's every chance where there's a good argument that he could at least be on the same pedestal as a Del Piero. I don't think anybody can be a greater Juventus legend than Del Piero, because Del Piero was just outstanding. Thanks for the question there. El Pan, who is the king of football? Not in terms of playing ability, but the character, like a figure of kingness. That's interesting. Zlatan. To be honest, you may disagree with this answer, but the king of football, from kingness, it's Mourinho. Because Mourinho, as I've always said, he's the most exciting thing about football. He's a polarizing figure. He brings so much excitement to the sport, and he's just special. He is special. So there is no one like a Mourinho out there. He's just unlike any other manager that anybody has ever seen. So yeah, man, it's all about Mourinho. I think Mourinho is for me, he's the king. He's the main man. And the more people hate him, the greater he is. But Zlatan is interesting. I mean, I do like Zlatan. I do like his personality. Vito Jorge. Hey, Halford, my question for this week's Q&A is, where do you see Newcastle finishing in their first season back in the Premier League? And what do you think of the rumours that Mangala and Fernando both may go to Newcastle? And do you think that they would be good signings? So, if Benitez does stay with Newcastle, which I think he will be, I think Newcastle can come 6th or 7th. So I think Benitez, especially if he gets the right signings, especially like because he's already locked down Atsu, I think they can get top 7. You know, there's no question that they can get top 7. And Mangala and Fernando. Mangala I don't really rate as a defender. I think he makes too many. That's why there's a reason why they call him the human yellow card. So yeah, Mangala, I'm not too sure about him. As far as Fernando, I think Fernando will be good. I think Fernando will be a very good signing because he's a strong physical presence in midfield, and it is always very important that you have a tackler in your team. So yeah, I think Fernando would definitely be a strong player to get. So yeah. Those will be pretty good signs. But yeah, I just think that with Benitez at the helm, I think they can do really good things. So this is Fernando Cleophas. Hi, I'm Cleophas from Germany, but originally from Uganda. Hey, Daniel, you got a mate. I started watching your videos not so long ago, 1 year to be exact, but my question is that why don't you make more collaborations with other YouTubers like the True Jody, etc.? You deserve much more than 5,000 subs. Thanks to keep up the good work. Well, it's funny you say that. I am working on some other collaborations with some YouTubers, and it's all in the works. I think it's all about getting when they're free, when I'm free, and we can just when we can set a date. But don't worry, watch this space. I'm definitely working on trying to do some collaborations with a few other YouTubers. So it's currently in the pipeline, as we say. It's currently in the pipeline. Thank you for the question. Luca Ingram. Hello, Halford. First, I would like to thank you for all the great videos you have made over the years. I believe you have a special talent for analyzing the game and you see things that others don't within the game. Thank you very much. I am touched. Anyway, I would like to know your opinions on the Hyundai A-League, Australian League, and ask what you think England's problems are and what you will do to fix them. Well, my understanding is that I don't really know that much about the Australian League. I've heard a few things here and there, but I think maybe if you could tell me some things or show me some videos of the Australian League, I would like to know. But my honest truth is that that's not a league that I really watch that much from. And England's problems and what would you do to fix them? England's issue stems from school. It stems from the kind of psychology that they give to the kids. And I think that there is not enough done at the young level to enjoy the game. Play well. Be good on the ball. Too much is done where it's about winning. It's about fitness and it's about physical condition. There's not enough done about let's just play football well. Because England have really great football players. But what you get is that because the talented players grow out of love of the 11-a-side game, they go and start to play 5-a-side. And by playing 5-a-side, that's what they do. Because they don't really... Because the enjoyment of football in its purest form isn't really taught at 11-a-side. So we now have at the senior level, whenever England play Portugal, Spain, Italy, they get outplayed because England at the core level are not producing enough footballers who are just good at playing at their feet. So they just resort to long ball and very basic football. Whereas that a Spain, a Portugal, Italy, even a Croatia, a Poland, they're just much more adept at keeping the ball and really doing more with man to man. So unless England changes that psychology, they will continue to get beaten and they will never sniff a major championship. Thank you for that question, Luca Ingram. Okay, so this is the end of part 1. And we'll then roll in for the part 2. So remember, this is the end of part 1. All right, peace.